This is the S21, the smallest and the cheapest flagship Galaxy phone. In this concise and straight-to-the-point review, I wanted to share my thoughts about the device so you can decide if it's the right phone for you. Before we begin, this is the review of the S21 with the Exynos chipset. USA and China models ship with a Snapdragon processor. Also, if you're interested in the review of the Galaxy S21 Ultra, S21 Plus, or a detailed comparison between all of the new Galaxies, you'll find the links to each video in the description down below. If you have seen my unboxing and first impressions video, you probably know that the S21 ships without a charging brick. All you get is USB Type-C cable, some paperwork, and SIM ejector pin. I know that this decision by Samsung upsets quite a few users, but by doing this, the company could lower the price of their new phones. Prices of the S21 start at about $800 in the US and about 850 euros in the EU. Now let's take a look at the device, which comes in a variety of colors. The color I have is Phantom Pink, or just pink. This IP68 certified phone is right for you if you're looking for a compact device with flagship specs. Well, the S21 is compact according to today's standards, but it's not a mini phone since it has a 6.2-inch display which is completely flat. It's 1080p+, which is not the highest resolution for a flagship, but it's absolutely fine. This 120Hz high refresh rate display makes the phone feel very fast and smooth. Despite being just 1080p+, I think it is one of the best screens you can get on a phone with typical Samsung screen properties: deep blacks, punchy colors, and excellent outdoor visibility. The panel is also covered with Gorilla Glass Victus, and it ships with a pre-installed screen protector for added protection. The overall build quality of the phone is great and it feels nice in the hand. However, it uses a plastic backplate instead of glass found on the S21 Plus and the S21 Ultra. I know that some people make a big deal out of this, but after using the S21 for quite some time, I can say this is a high-quality plastic that is sturdy and it is nice to the touch, so you don't need to be concerned about it at all. The S21 is one of those rare phones that you can still manage with one hand. One of the key design elements, a metal camera module that is a part of the metal frame that goes all around the device. This module sports a pretty standard triple camera system with a wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto shooters. On the front there is a 10-megapixel snapper. More about cameras in just a bit. Other features as quickly as possible. The under-the-display fingerprint reader has improved compared to the last generation models. It is now accurate and fast. The phone does not have a micro SD card slot, which is one of the shortcomings of the phone for some users. There is no headphone jack either, but Samsung gives you a great sounding dual speaker system. Here is a quick audio test. As you may expect from a phone with flagship specifications, the overall performance is great. You can rest assured that the S21 will handle all of the latest 3D games without breaking a sweat. I was able to play all of my favorite titles without any lag or stutter. Call of Duty, PUBG, Asphalt Extreme, Need for Speed, you name it. You can play all of these games on the highest visual settings. The same can be said about day-to-day performance. One UI 3.1 that is built on top of Android 11 is running the show, and we have a typical Samsung UI. Plenty of features and customization options that allow you to make the phone look and feel your own. You probably won't use all of these features, but it's nice to know that they are there in case you want to play around with the device. The UI combined with a 120Hz refresh rate display feels very fast and smooth, and I haven't had a single lag or stutter yet. Compared to the S21 Ultra and the S21 Plus, the S21 feels just as fast and responsive. The cameras on the S21 can take really nice looking images with wide angle and the main camera. The pictures are very sharp, detailed, dynamic range is great, and overall, these are one of the best looking images you can get out of the phone. I was surprised that a dedicated 64-megapixels mode can take even better looking images than a standard 12-megapixels mode. This huge amount of megapixels is really helpful for cropping images in post while preserving the quality. The phone combines hardware and software to provide 3 times hybrid zoom, and the results are usually good. Not quite the optical zoom quality, but I still like what I'm seeing. When you start using digital zoom, things get worse. I would say only a couple of 10 times digital zoom images look okay. If you zoom in even further, which is up to 30 times, the results will not impress you. Well, it might be cool to post some images on social media just to show the zoom capabilities of your brand new shiny phone, but more often than not, these digital zoom pictures won't look great. Low light camera performance is quite impressive as noise levels are kept to a minimum and there is a good amount of detail. Night mode is available on all camera lenses and you can take some nice looking shots with all of them, but naturally 3 times hybrid zoom images look the worst. Still, most of the shots are usable. I even took some 10 times pictures that have respectable quality considering poor lighting. Portrait images look nice, skin tones are quite accurate and edge detection is good. I'm really impressed with the selfie image quality as the pictures came out nice, sharp and detailed in both auto and portrait modes. If you find a decent light source, like I did in this parking lot, you can take really nice low light images as the night mode is available on the selfie camera too. Portrait mode also works quite well in a dim environment. As it has become usual to the flagship Galaxy series phones, the S21 offers plenty of resolutions and video modes. I found 8K 24fps video to be sharp, detailed, and surprisingly stable even when shot handheld. However, for the best results, I suggest you use a tripod. Also, the playback on my 3-year-old MacBook Pro is quite choppy, meaning that you need quite a powerful PC to edit the video. You can record 4K 60 videos with a wide angle and the main cameras. The video using both lenses is very good and quite stable even when shot handheld. If you use a tripod, the results will be better, of course. However, you cannot switch between these two cameras while you are recording 4K 60fps video. The zoom still works, but it's digital, which doesn't make much sense to me considering the hardware is here. For instance, if you start recording with a wide-angle lens, you can go up to 2 times zoom, but it's all digital. I would suggest you use 4K 30fps video mode for both handheld and tripod shots. The video is very stable and smooth, and it preserves a good amount of detail and sharpness, and you can switch between the main and the wide-angle camera lenses or switch to 3 times hybrid zoom while you are recording the video. That 3 times hybrid zoom may not replace optical lens, but the quality is respectable. If you need near excellent stabilization, the phone now supports 60fps in super steady video mode in 1080p resolution. You can also switch between the wide angle and the main lens while you are recording the video. The stabilization is really good, but I would still use a gimbal and record videos in 4K resolution for better quality. The phone also has slow motion and super slow motion video if you want to add a bit of a dramatic feel to your footage, but don't expect amazing quality in comparison to 4K video. The new director's mode allows you to record with a selfie and one of the back cameras at the same time. No, you can't record with all of the back shooters simultaneously, but you can switch between the wide angle, main and telephoto cameras seamlessly. Selfie video quality using both 60 and 30fps modes is very good and stable. I'm also impressed with excellent sound recording quality, and portrait video that is available on both selfie and main shooters produces nice looking footage. Here are a few audio and video samples. Of portrait video mode is that it gives you some sort of blurry background effect. In this video test, you should check out how does the edge detection work. So, as you can see, this is not handheld video because I'm using the tripod. So this is how the video would look like if you wanted to use this phone's selfie shooter for your creative work. Low light 4K 30fps video quality is pretty good, but naturally, there is quite a bit of noise in the footage, especially if you use the wide angle lens. Main lens produces much cleaner footage and 3 times hybrid zoom produces quite a decent video. Low light 4K 60fps video shot with a selfie camera has a lot of noise, meaning that you need to find a decent source of light for better quality footage. I uploaded a lot of uncut camera samples on my secondary channel, so you can check out the quality yourself. All the links will be down below. A 4000 mAh unit powers up the phone, and I can say that the battery life has been good. If you use the phone for web browsing, social media, take a few pictures and so on, you should expect to get somewhere from 6 to 8 hours of screen on time depending on the screen brightness setting. If you use the phone mainly for YouTube videos at about 50% of screen brightness, you can expect to get over 13 hours of SOT, which is a very good result. Charging time really depends on what kind of charger you use. I use my S21 with a super fast 45 watts Samsung brick, but all of the new Galaxies support only 25 watts of charging speed. It's not the fastest speed in the Android world, but you can still fully charge the phone in just about 1 hour. There is also wireless charging rated at 15 watts and 4.5 watts reverse wireless charging technology. Overall, the Galaxy S21 is a near excellent compact flagship phone, but there are a few shortcomings you need to consider. Just like the Ultra, it lacks the micro SD card slot, we no longer have a headphone jack, and there is no charger in the retail box. One flaw that bothers me but may not bother you, you cannot switch between different camera lenses while you are recording video in 4K 60fps mode. You need to choose the lens before you hit the record button. This is the feature that I really want Samsung to bring to this phone, and hopefully it will be brought with future software updates. Keep in mind that you can easily switch between different camera lenses while you are recording the video in 4K 30fps mode. Other than that, I don't see any other flaws about the S21. I think that this compact device looks great, and I'm not really bothered by its plastic backplate. The phone also has top specifications that assure excellent all-around performance, the cameras can take beautiful pictures and shoot high-quality video, and the battery life is good. Despite a few flaws, the Samsung Galaxy S21 is an excellent choice for those who want a complete flagship experience in a relatively compact form factor. What do you think about the S21? Would you buy this device, or would you choose another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.